Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Comrade64. How are you guys on doing today? So I'm back with another video, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about two super highly anticipated superhero movies that are coming out in July, and which one of them are going to be a smash hit at the box office. Which one's going to be basically the most successful one? And these two movies are Superman Legacy. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Superman Legacy. I'm not gonna call it Superman because, or I might just call it Superman. I'm just gonna call it Superman Legacy. It's a better name. And Fantastic Four, First Step. Now, these are the two superhero movies that are going to be coming out in July, and they're both highly anticipated because one is basically somewhat of a reboot to a new universe. Basically, the old universe apparently this Snyderverse. That's basically no more. Unfortunately, it's a bummer, but hey, what can you do? And the other is another movie, a part of a franchise that's been going on since 2008, the MCU. So we got Fantastic Four, First Step, and Superman Legacy. So I'm wondering, between the two movies, which one's going to be the most successful and come out on top at the box office? Because from what I hear, I believe that Superman is coming out first, and then Fantastic Four, I think a week later. So if one movie is released one week, and then the second week another movie comes out, because sometimes with certain movies, sometimes when one movie comes out one week and then another movie comes out the second week, either the week that came out, the movie that came out a week before, still dominates at the box office, or the movie that comes out next week ends up overshadowing the movie that came out a week prior. So you know what I'm saying. But it mostly depends on the movie itself. If people really love the movie, and if the movie continues to do well at the box office, like if it does well during its opening week, during its first week, it mostly depends. So, but now since it mostly depends on the movie, I'm thinking that maybe because both these movies are based on popular and established IPs, Superman and Fantastic Four, both of them are belonging to the two biggest popular comic book companies out there, Marvel and DC. So these two basically might do well. What do both these movies have behind them that is gonna make them could lead to them being successful? Well, both movies seem to have the characters go up against a giant threat. Superman features like a dragon or monster or whatever it is. Superman needs to team up with a superheroes to fight this giant monster, and Fantastic Four First Step is going to feature the characters go up against Galactus, who is finally going to be done justice in a live action movie, in a live action appearance in general. Finally going to be done justice. Rise of the Silver Surfer, I actually still like that movie. Yeah, the Fantastic Four movies in 2000, I still like them. Rise of the Silver Surfer, I still enjoyed it, even though it probably wasn't a great movie, but it was fun, like the first one. And even though they did Galactus dirty, it still was a fun movie and had its fun moments. Maybe Galactus probably was made a cloud because they kind of figured that maybe make him giant CGI. Probably they felt like they couldn't do him justice as giant CGI, because the CGI back then 2000s was a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad, sometimes it wasn't, just in between. That's just what I think. But whatever. That's something. So yeah, that's something that each of them have backing up, and story wise, I'm not sure what else the story's gonna be like. Well, Fantastic Four First Step is about them encountering Galactus and seeing how they can tackle the threat, and Superman Legacy, I'm not sure what's gonna be all about. to be honest, really. So it's gonna be about maybe it's gonna be like a origin story or something or Superman. Well, I did read a plot leak saying that it was gonna be Superman balancing his life as a superhero and um, a reg and a regular person, trying to balance his life and living this world, the world, and being the beacon of hope, something like that. That was from like a leak I read online, like on a YouTube video. Excuse me. So yeah, story wise, but I do think between the two, which one could come out more success at the box office is probably Fantastic Four, because mainly because the MCU and such in DC. Well, DC has kind of had a rock bottom or has been of a I've been doing having a rocket relationship being in the movies lately. With the DCU, the previous DCU movies not performing too well, and this new DC movie, you know, no, not new DC movies. Just that yeah, yeah, because how the previous DC movies weren't doing well, and now we're getting a new Superman movie, and we don't know if it's gonna be hugely successful. And now apparently now I think both movies are having some controversies behind them because the actors that play Susan Storm and the actor that plays Johnny Storm, they say something about how their characters are going to be portrayed differently, which kind of rub people the wrong way, something like that. And James Gunn's Superman, I think they mentioned something that Superman Legacy, that in the movie that everybody's gonna turn against Superman or something like that, like something like a Twitter thread, like kind of similar to what happened with James Gunn when Twitter turned against him. I don't know, something like that, but yeah, both these movies seem to have some bit of controversies coming behind them. But to be honest, they still could be good movies regardless of these controversies coming out because of them. Now, I do think Fantastic Four First Step might come out being the more successful at the box office because of it's basically one because it's a part of a universe, a huge universe, but universe that's been going on for a long time since 2008, and other stuff, and it looks like it might be a huge movie, like offer more. Now, Superman Legacy, it could come out successful as well, but I'm not sure if there's too much weight behind it. I mean, aside from James Gunn directing it, and that's about it. Okay, sure, we do get to see the other appearances of Guy Gardner as Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, and the character Mr. T. I forgot his name, the black guy. I don't know, but looking at it, it feels like I might. It seems like that the movie is basically. So to be honest, I think Superman Legacy is basically kind of giving up some Black Adam vibes. Why I say that is because this movie seems like to do something that Black Adam did, where it has this one all powerful character that is pretty much almost invincible, that can take on anything, and he teams up with these other group of superheroes that are a team. I don't know if Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and that black guy again. I apologize if I forgot his name. Mr. Terrific, I think. I'm sorry, it might be it. Maybe I don't know. Sorry, but I don't know if they're already going to be a team in the movie. But I don't know. I assume maybe, and they're all going to have to fight against this giant monster. So yeah. So well, I don't know if we're going to see Guy Gardner and them in the movie that much. Maybe they might come like near the end of the movie or later on or somewhere in the middle. I don't know, but yeah, it just kind of seems like be giving off Black Adam vibes just by those things alone. Okay, sure. Maybe that's probably not a big deal. Maybe that's probably just me looking too much into it. Maybe it's like, hey, like yeah, sure, this is all powerful carrying similar superheroes, but that doesn't mean they're gonna be a similar movie. But they seem to be like doing a similar thing. You get what I'm saying? That's why. But who knows? Superman Legacy might be a good movie, and or Superman 2025, you want to call that. I'm sorry, but just Superman Legacy is a better name. That's what I think. So, oh yeah, sorry, my brother almost walked in. So yeah, tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys think which movie is going to come out more successful at the box office, Superman Legacy or Fantastic Four First Step? Because I do think between the two, maybe Fantastic Four could come out the more successful. I mean, that's what I think, but maybe Superman Legacy, Superman 2025 could come out more successful. I think another one reason why it could come out more successful is because Superman is pretty much a popular character. Everyone knows who Superman is. Superman is pretty much basically, I think I would say to DC like what Spider-Man is to Marvel. Their official mascot. Either him or Batman. Before I always thought it was Batman because Batman has had like many incarnations over the years, many TV shows, more TV shows, and even more action figures in the McFarlane multiverse line, and a lot more. So I always thought that Batman was mainly more DC's mascot than Superman, and because Batman kind of looked more cool. Yeah, this was actually a discussion I was talking to my brother about. We were talking about Superman, how Superman is more popular, and he's how either him or Batman are the mascot of DC, or maybe they both are the mascot of DC. But they're both highly popular characters, and out of all the DC characters, those two are the main two you always think about. Either those two, and also Wonder Woman 2, and maybe the Flash. Maybe DC characters or characters have gotten more attraction over the years, but I do feel like that Marvel characters are a bit more iconic because their characters have had a lot of stuff, a lot of shows, movies, and thanks to the MCU and such, because the MCU running nonstop since 2008. That got me thinking. But I guess DC characters are just as popular too. There's probably something I'm missing. I'm probably just some stuff I don't know about, but that's just from what I've seen so far. So yeah, but Superman Legacy might be come out more successful. Or Superman 2025 might come out more successful mainly because Superman is already a popular enough character already that would probably get people's tickets to go see him because yeah, we all love Superman. Very popular. I got this guy back in 2023 at Halloween party. A comic book shop, they were like doing a Halloween party and like giving away some free stuff, and I managed to got this guy. I think it was free, or maybe they were just doing some auction like giveaways or something, or like raffle ticket prizes. I know they had like a raffle or something where you can pick off some prizes. And yeah, I picked out this guy. Yeah, so I do think so. Superman Legacy could come out more successful because Superman's already a popular figure as it is. Now, Fantastic Four, are they a popular figure? Well, I do think they are. I'm not sure if they're just as popular as Superman, but maybe they probably are. Yep, I had to think here. Now, before I end this video, there is one thing I think would have been cool if we saw. What if we had like a double feature with Superman Legacy or Superman 2025, whatever you want to call it, and Fantastic Four First Step? Imagine if we got like another Barbenheimer. Think about it. That would have been cool. Like seeing like maybe they do like some fun little trailers where Superman and the Fantastic Four interact and stuff. Now tell me that you will not want to see that. Tell me that will be something that will be epic to see. I know some people say, "Oh, we need to stop reinventing Barbenheimer. It's not going to happen again. It was just a one-time thing." But god damn it, excuse my language, sorry, but I just freaking loved it. I just thought it was a fun thing to do, and we thought we were going to get that again, like with Wicked and Gladiator 2 back in November, like Wickenator or Garfield and Furiosa. Yeah, I don't think I saw that one. Or saw, and the new Saw movie, Saw 6, I think, or whatever it is. I saw something. Saw and Paw Patrol. Yeah, no, but I do think Superman and Fantastic double feature of Superman 2025 or Superman Legacy, as I like to call it, and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four First Step would have been cool to see, and we can call it like Super Fantastic or something. That's just what I think. But overall, I think that's it. That's all I gotta say. Just wanted to give all my thoughts on. So, which Superman movie you think is gonna be more successful in July 2025? Superman 2025 or Superman Legacy or Fantastic Four First Step? You guys let me know what you think. So this is Comrade64 signing out. And speaking of comic book and superheroes, I have an upcoming video talking about Image Comics and do I think should their characters get more exposure like Marvel and DC characters? And I'll be having that video maybe later or tomorrow, depending. But yeah, and so that'll be coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that. And you give me your thoughts. Which one you think is going to come out more successful, Superman 2025 or Fantastic Four First Step? And would you like to see like a Barbenheimer? Do you think they should have done something like that? A double feature between both movies. Still would have been epic. Oh yeah, that's it for this video. Comrade64. See you guys later, guys. Superheroes rock. Later.